Hey Avery, how you doing?
Hey Alpha, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Hey, congratulations on your award yesterday. I know you've been doing a lot of work in our community as it relates to small businesses. So we want to say congratulations and we will
Thank you.
celebrate you together. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Awesome, awesome. Well, first I want to ask you, what is COAACC in 4 words? If someone asks you what's COAACC, how do you transcribe that in 4 words?
It depends on the person,
Uh,
but generally, COAC we do advocacy, we provide access, resources, and we're a family. And so when I'm saying advocacy, is COAC is here to be your seat at the table for all Black-owned businesses. We're trying to make sure that your interests are being heard in rooms that you may not have access to, which does bring us to that second word because between setting up contract opportunities or increasing a business's exposure, our whole goal is to increase your access to opportunity. So whether it's the sales, making sure that people call, if somebody calls us and says, I need somebody to renovate my house or I need an accountant, I have a list of people that I can direct them to. So just making sure that we're there to answer those calls for you and making sure that your business is heard. And which gets us to the resources. So we have a lot of businesses. There are thousands of Black-owned businesses in Columbus, but we're all in different places of development. And so we get contacts all the time from people who don't know where to start. How do I start a business? How do I write a business plan? Or I've been in business for 10 years. I need another line of credit, or I need something. How can you help me get to the next level? And so over our first 4 years, we've been able to curate a list of resources that we really want people to dig into and just call us if you need help. If you don't know where to start, give us a call because we are a family. COAC is a collective. At the end of the day, I tell people all the time, this chamber is what you make it. If you want to plug in, if you have different ideas for how we can grow, how we can be more relevant to our membership or any Black-owned business, come on in. We're building this thing as we go. And I encourage everybody to really help us because it's Ubuntu. I am because you are. We are because you are. And so we're here to make sure that your business succeeds because our business does as well.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. So Avery, yesterday, America celebrated Dr. Martin Luther King. But how does that uh, relates to COAACC's mission? So does it align with Dr. Martin Luther King's vision? I want to see what that correlation looks like in
For
terms
sure.
of alignment.
Yeah, 100%. So, the mission of the Central Ohio African American Chamber is to advocate and educate on issues that impact the inclusion and growth of Black-owned businesses in Columbus and beyond. And I mean, that's just in step with the teachings of Dr. King. We are nonviolent by nature. I believe that you get more bees with honey, right? And we're not trying to burn bridges, but we're trying to build connections so that we can increase the way or improve the way for our people. And so I think that it is very much part of that. When we're talking about economic justice as well as social justice, that is who we are, and unapologetically so. Probably in some ways that's gotten me in trouble along the way, but it's what we're here for.
Always that.
I'd rather get me in trouble than you get in trouble. So we stand up for that.
Awesome, awesome. So that leads me to I know we're in 2022 and there's a lot of excitement around. A lot of small businesses are eager to know exactly what's out there. Tell me, what's on deck on COAACC's page? What is going on? What should we expect in 2022?
Yeah, for 22, we're going to do more of this. We want to have more conversations. We want to continue to create spaces where we can have dialogue, first of all, so we can talk about the issues, but also create a space for action. So not only, we'll have these conversations because it is always fun to talk, but how do I bring you into the room with so-and-so from Huntington? Or how do I bring you into a room with the powers that be at AEP or Nationwide or what have you? That's more of what we're looking at. So we'll be talking about increased partnerships. You'll see us do maybe some splashier things around specific partners. But we also will be looking to grow our list. So if you've been to the list on coaac.org, you keep going back and keep supporting those businesses. But over our 4 years, we've noticed we're proving what we knew to be true. There are thousands of us here in Columbus. And so the last I checked, we are currently curating an updated list that has 10 times the amount of businesses on it. So when we're looking at a list to roll out with 4,000 plus Black-owned businesses. And so be patient with us because, you know, I'm not an IT techie, but luckily we have a bunch of them on our list to help us really roll out a dynamic listing for people to come. So anytime you look at Black business in Columbus, you'll come to our website anyways. And so, but we want to make sure that it's useful to you. And lastly, though, we're working on making COAACC membership more accessible to everyone. We've always been very steadfast in this. The dues should not be a barrier to entry because I know that this organization will help you grow. And so we've worked with businesses across the years to get them into the membership. But one thing that we will be doing and we are doing is a join week. And so for 7 days, we will offer a 20% discount to new members. We'll also offer discounts to existing members and some incentives to get more people to join. Because we need our numbers to grow because it helps everybody. The larger our membership, the better. But we just want to make sure that it's not, like money should not be a barrier, especially when we're talking about Black folks. You know, I'm talking about being collective, but I'm like, you have to pay me this much a year. Well, we are a business. So, you know, we have to balance those two things. But it really is important to us that we make it so that anybody can join. And so keep an eye on our social media, on our website. You can join right now through COAACC.org /join. It's right at the top of our page. Typically, the baseline membership starts at like $225 a year, and that gets you access to a number of discounts and benefits like health insurance, print services. Shout out to JPS, thank you, and floral and a whole bunch of other things. And so we really try to curate the benefits in a way that will save you money. So at very least, you should save $225 by being a member of COAACC. But ideally, you're not just saving money; you're making money. And so that is really what we're looking to do in 22.
Oh, awesome. So a lot of the activities that's going to be going on in 2022 sounds more like access, advocacy, lays right back to the COAACC vision. Now, do we find this? Do our viewers or potential members find this information on the website? In terms of events that's coming up?
So if you go to COAACC.org, it's our acronym COAACC.org. You can see information about all of the events as they come up. You also can join our email list. And so we send out at least an email a month, if not more frequent, with these kind of updates and then anything. And if it's something special, if it's like, hey, Intel's coming and they're going to spend all this money in Central Ohio and here's some supplier diversity initiatives, which we're working on getting laid out for everybody. That's the kind of thing that we'll put up as an urgent call to action. But our Facebook and Twitter is always being populated with articles, resources, and new just updates. And so just tune in and search for us to keep track of what we're doing.
Awesome. So Averi, you've worked for years in the Central Ohio community supporting Black businesses. I mean, I've been knowing you over 10 years. And I know you have the passion for it. So what can we expect? What type of insiders information that you can give us business owners, potential business owner that's happening in our ecosystem, or that's going to be happening in our ecosystem this year?
Yeah, so first of all, I kind of alluded to it, but not specifically, I need to say it. If you are not subscribed to not only our newsletter, but Columbus Business First and Columbus CEO and the Dispatch, and I don't get paid for this, but you're missing out on a lot of good information, okay? Columbus Business First does provide this information for free. Like, they'll do free email blasts at least twice a day. But I say that to say, there was just an article that ran in the Dispatch or Business First about the top 10 developments that are coming. So my big tip for you, anybody who's viewing this, is keep tuned in to everything that's going on and tune in with us. And not just because I'm tooting our horn, but you need to know what's coming. And so if you see a top 10 list of development, you might say, well, I'm not in construction. How does that play for me? Well, like I just mentioned, Intel is coming, $20 billion investment in New Albany. There's at least 3,000 jobs coming with that, in addition to the construction. Right. So if you are a savvy business owner, you should be able to identify at least one line or entry point for yourselves. Like for you guys at JPS Print, they're going to have print services. They're going to need signage. They're going to need all of this stuff. And so as soon as news broke, if you were trying to get in on that business for real, you should be doing what we're doing, which is identifying the best point to contact, figuring out what they're trying to buy, and positioning yourself to sell it to them. Whether that's getting your certifications, MBE, WBE, DBE, whatever, you need to make sure that you're prepared now for this stuff that's coming. So just buckle down and get prepared. Private sector, that's the biggest news that just came out. But public sector, we know that there's a major infrastructure bill coming. We know that there's a lot of construction. We know that there's a lot of stuff that's coming through departments of transportation. And so we will be having more conversations just like this. One coming up that we will have is with Lynn Stevens from ODOT, as well as other people who play in this space, because we want you to be prepared. What kind of contract opportunities are coming? How can you get DBE certified? What supportive services are available? People don't know that you can get $7,500 a year reimbursed for software, accounting services, what have you, just by being DBE certified.
Right.
And so those are the kinds of things that we're tuning into, is how can we make sure that you're prepared if you're not, to take advantage of these opportunities, and if you are prepared, how can we be positioning you? So if you are ready for this stuff that's coming, you need to let us know. Send me your capability statement. Send us just your link to your website. So when somebody says, I need this, I can say, I just got that information on my email. Here you go. That would be my biggest tip.
Awesome. So that finally leads us to our final question, Averi. I'm already a member of COAACC. I've been a member of COAACC probably since COAACC started. I have about 3 businesses that's registered as a member of COAACC. How can someone, a member of the community, be a member of COAACC?
Simple. We do everything online. So if you go to our website, coaacc.org/join, you can find out information on doing it. It's just a registration. So you fill out a registration form online. We need you to give us the most up-to-date, correct information on your business. So when somebody asks me for it, I have it. And then you pay your dues online as well, unless you like to send a check or money order, which you can do through, and there's information on our site. But we try to make it very easy. And again, if you are feeling like the $225, even plus the 20% is a barrier to entry, that's cool. No judgment. Just send me an email at team@coaac.org, and we will work you through the process to make sure that you can become a member as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time today, Averi. I appreciate it. And we look forward to our continuous conversations with our businesses.
Thank you, Alpha, and thank you for your time, everybody.
No problem.